Hello friends, and welcome back to another video. If you're new here, I'm Mellotones, a new YouTuber here on the internet. And if you're not new, welcome back and thanks for clicking on another one of my videos. Um it might be obvious and it might not, but this is actually a voiceover recording. When I originally recorded this film video, um, uh, I did a voice. I spoke through it with a microphone, but when I just booted up my editing software and put the video in here, I noticed that the mic audio has it was like kind of cutting in and out. So I don't really like want to force you guys to have to deal with that. So instead, I am going to voice over everything once again and just try to remember what I was saying in the moment. So bear with me. This is my first video back in a little bit. I can't remember the last time I posted. It was Inktober, so it was last month, but ideally I want to get to a point where I'm posting once a week. But I know it'll take me a little bit to get to that point because I'm still very, very beginner. But with all that being said, let's jump into the sketchbook tour. So when I immediately opened up my sketchbook, I was met with a marker swatching page that I made up, but I didn't actually get the chance to use it because, well, I made it very close to the end of my sketchbook, and I thought I was gonna use markers more, but I didn't. So that's that. And yeah, so I flipped the page, and here is my opener page. There's a little like Pokemon trainer that I made up, and some of my favorite Pokemon. I'd say the Pokemon trainer's me, but it doesn't quite look like me. So, yeah, I'm just gonna say it's a character. And then I got some doodles and I got stamps. So I did some stamps and washi tape and stickers from like the general store. So I started it June 1st and I ended it November 11th. So I did it in a couple months. So for me, that's pretty good. Usually it takes me about a year to do sketchbooks, but yeah. And I don't know what I'm saying here, but I'm saying something. So the next page, I get into the sketchbook goals that I had. So I did fundamental study, which I didn't really get into. Again, I put these goals here if I was bored and I wanted to reference something, but I'll just go through what I had down. So fundamental study, paint more, which I didn't really do. Character design, which is something I want to try doing. I didn't get to it in this sketchbook, but planning portfolio pieces, I did a little bit of that. And then just being intentional, which is definitely what I had to do because for me to complete a sketchbook in a couple months was uh, pretty wild, and especially because I've been pretty busy, so I had to intentionally think about picking it up. And there's my cat walking across the desk. All right, so jumping into the sketchbook, I got some like clown girl drawings I did here. They're definitely referenced from Pinterest, at least for the outfits. The character itself, might be made up from my brain. Sorry, um, but I know the outfits are Pinterest. Um, and maybe the mask on the far right there. But I did have fun doing these up. I remember I just wanted to try to sketch something new, and I guess I could consider this a little bit of character design. And on this next page, I have this cute little bee, which I can't remember if I saw like a stuffy and I wanted to draw it or if I made it up from my brain. And then I did some like Renaissance princess vibes with like the cone tiara thing. But with a little bit of an elven twist. And then on the side is just some pencil doodles of some original characters of mine. Ones that I don't really touch on anymore. But they were fun to draw again. Alright, and then on this page, I jumped back into some clown-esque drawings. I'm pointing out that that dress was from Pinterest itself, and I just kind of added the character underneath it. And I think the original dress was on like a dress form or mannequin, whatever you may call it. And then yeah, I just wanted to make a character based off of it, and well, not just, I don't know, just thinking, making up stuff. And yeah, there's a cute little seal there too. And then on this page is when the Artix acrylic markers get introduced. So I think I went on Pinterest again. I'm going to say Pinterest a lot in this video. Not sponsored. But yeah, here's me showing off the markers that I bought myself. Flip that around. I've had these markers for a little bit now, since like just after I started this, so I guess since June. And I really like them. They are like paint, of course, because that's what it is, but the brush nib on these pens remind me a lot of an alcohol marker, but I enjoy how it doesn't bleed through the page. So they're fun to use, especially on the back side of a page that has like maybe like the alcohol marker bleed through, like you see here. So yeah, I just have fun with that. And then this page is just random doodles. I was thinking of trying to make some patterns if I wanted to like print it on fabric, but I didn't really get into that. I just kind of have some fun doodles. And then here we have more like doodles for making up little chibi characters. Yeah, look, look at me doing the little tiny, I don't know what that hand movement was, but there's Mochi Bear, and then Scruff the raccoon, and Boo the cat. I guess I didn't do anything else with this. I think I just wanted to make little characters that day. And then here's the start of a character that you might have seen in another video. I got my little alien girl and that astronaut cat. And then I think at this point I was watching Vanilla Mace a little bit here. So I did a little doodle of her, and a really bad drawn Labubu next to some anatomy sketches and random girl sketches. A lot of the sketchbooks are just random girl things. So this page has a lot of color on it. I did my first YouTube video sticky note. So just did some ideas for my first YouTube video. And then I also have some portrait sketches and a little doodle of my little avatar. I didn't really keep it, but I have some portrait sketches, and I did them in highlighter, and then I used gel pen over it. So yeah, you can take a look at that. And here is a page that was in a YouTube video of me designing a character. So I designed the alien girl, and I used the Artix paint markers to color them in. So I did the alien girl, and then I got the like side character, I guess, of the cat astronaut. I guess in my brain, the story is kind of like cats, like anthropomorphic cats run Earth, and then like are like humanized in a way. And then this cat astronaut goes to space and meets alien girl, so kind of fun. And then there's Blork, I guess, made up a random little alien character. This page I drew in the car, which you can tell. I want to say I also went through a lot of art block in the sketchbook, which I've talked about in previous videos. Kind of like just off and on, not feeling it, you know. So I got a drawing of my eldest cat Bonnie, and a little Dipper Pines from Gravity Falls doodle, and like a cowboy, I guess. And then here we're back to the filming for the YouTube videos. I did more doodles of my alien girl. I forget her name already, but yeah, I did that. More doodles are just like a spider girl, uh, a girl in a bucket hat, and then a guy in a literal bucket hat. Thought that was kind of fun. And yeah, and just I think I was just hanging out with some friends and just was doing this to keep my hands busy or whatever. More. Oh, sorry. I should say, the purple is. Let me get one of my bags. 1 second. Or I have it in here. The purple is Prismacolor color erase pencils, I think. I might be wrong, but it's like pencil crayon or colored pencils, whatever you like to call it, that you can erase. So I have that, and I just put graphite over it. I wish I just did ballpoint or like just inked it somehow, but I don't know. I like the look of it here. It's like just a later under sketch layer, and then just refine it. Girl with puffy hair. She's kind of cute looking. She has a little like star space bun elven girl. I don't know. Random doodles. She's cute. Okay. This one I think this was another video I did using the Artix paint markers. So I love FNAF. I love Five Nights at Freddy's, so I drew Freddy and Bonnie and they're bros, I guess. I don't know, I just had fun with it. Drawing them kind of really cutesy in a way. And another video. Might be the same one. I don't know. That this might tell me that. Uh okay. Sorry. Context clues. So here I'm drawing. Oh, that is my other cat coming to say hello. Okay. Drawing a Five Nights at Freddy's OC, or like insert, but it's more of an OC. Okay, next page. More highlighter doodles. I don't know. So yeah, this page is more highlighter doodles, graphite. Um, I was watching the Star Wars series for the first time, so I drew some Darth Vader. I drew it from an angle, so he looks a little stretched, but it's a little funny. I think this is like a portrait from like the 100 Heads challenge on Pinterest. I forget the artist that made the board. I forget their name, but yeah. More Bonnie and whatnot. Right. More Star Wars, Ahsoka, Anakin, lightsaber with a. It's short, but I made it with a highlighter. Um, Orc girl that I made. Um, I have like a halfling type character. I don't know. I'm not really like into D&D. I've never played it, but I made characters. So yeah, on this next page, I actually did some gouache doodles. I just did a pretty like little tree sunset, or actually I called it colorful morning. So I guess it's a morning scene, but and then Bonnie with her favorite toy that is now missing. I don't know where her toy is, but um it's cute. I don't know. I just used gouache, added different colors, and she looks gray, but she's actually a black cat. Yeah. More doodles. and more doodles, art block. This is when I, oh my goodness, that's awful. Okay. This is when I received these markers from Ardix, which they're like definitely more your typical paint pen, I think, than the other ones. The other ones feel a lot more similar to like alcohol markers, where these more feel like, I don't know, comparable to like what I've seen paint pens to be, which they're fun, but not really. I don't think I'll use it for sketchbooks, but maybe other projects like painting on rocks and shells and clothing and whatnot. So yeah, that's that. So this page is when I did self-portrait doodle. Again, doesn't really look like me, but that's fine because, you know, I'm private. Private person. So but I did this little art challenge for at static_wool on Instagram. She had this little like art challenge going on, so I drew a character of hers, which was really fun. Yeah. More doodles. More doodles. Faces. Pretty faces on Pinterest, you know. More doodles. And Static Wool had another challenge, which was like a skeleton gesture thing. I don't know, I had fun with it. This is when I hit 1,000 subscribers. I know it doesn't sound very big compared to like, I don't know, I don't know how many YouTube channels there are now, but 1,000 is a lot to me, and I appreciate you all. So thank you. I wanted to draw this, and I put it on my like community tab or post tab on my channel. And then I just drew random girls, creeper from definitely from memory. Cat pose, probably drawing my cats. And then a dog portrait that I was doing for a friend. Some fall doodles. I don't know. I was feeling fall. So it's probably a pencil, a brush, ink pen, and yellow highlighter. Sorry for my chair noises. Another little doodle that I colored with paint pen, and then I did little cat doodles with crayons actually, which was pretty fun. And this is, I think, a reel. Oh, there's my cat. If you can hear that. This is a reel, or this is a short on YouTube. I don't know. It's somewhere on my socials. More FNAF doodles, and you can barely see it probably, but like this next page was awesome. I did Springtrap. I think I'll probably rewatch the FNAF movie, knowing that the second one's coming out soon. Mike Schmidt, pumpkins, funny little Springtrap doodle, and then oh yeah, this was me getting back into alcohol markers, which was super fun. And then I did like fun lighting references on Pinterest. Pinterest I use for a lot. On the back of the page, I did doodles, and then I blocked it out with acrylic paint markers, so it doesn't bleed through, because alcohol markers do bleed, so it's hard to like use the back page. And they have random tape I stuck here. More alcohol markers. I think this is Arthur Morgan. Arthur from Red Dead 2, which I played a little bit of. More poses. Really weird doodles of Wednesday and Enid. Enid? Oh my goodness. Cat. Planning out little portraits of me and my partner. I didn't end up doing it. And then some animal doodles. Planning out my cover page, which I did very late into my sketchbook, as you can tell. Sorry. And halfway art block. Yeah. So I wanted to like review some goals, and I didn't. I did a bit more anatomy, but I didn't do character design. But I was trying to motivate myself again. But whoa, I got some stamps and stuff, so I'm oh my goodness. I'm like going crazy. I'm just trying to like use the stamps and everything. And I kind of said like I got wood stamps. I got uh bug stamps or whatever, floral, an ink pad, bullet journal, and like cards and envelopes. So I made some cards for my friends. And then here I was editing, not having a great time, playing out a thumbnail, in doodles, and saying that I'm art blocked. Oh goodness. And then good old Inktober started for the year. I'm not gonna like go through it like crazy. I might just flip through. Because I have a YouTube short specifically for that. But day 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, 5, and I'll just flip through. And I'll just point out ones I like. This is in Inktober. I skipped a page, but I drew some Little Nightmares 3 fan art and Rumi from K-pop Demon Hunters, little doodle from the character from the first game, I forget her name, and a little like orc girl and elf girl, I don't know, and cats from Pinterest, super cute. And then we're back to Inktober, where I'm using alcohol markers, which I really like this page. I had fun. So I did Sting for Hornet from Silk Song, and I did Shredder for Day 12. It's kind of fun. More alcohol markers. More fun little doodles. A lot of Princess and the Frog, Sonic, Arcane, Coraline, Arctic Wolf. My cat's fighting. Rubik's Cube. Flame Princess from Adventure Time. Hermione Granger. And complete it because day 31 was awards. So yeah, that was my Inktober. I don't really play by the rules. Clearly, I add color and whatever I want, but yeah. I was playing Hogwarts Legacy again on Halloween. So this is Halloween. So I played some Hogwarts Legacy on a new save. So I drew my character. Her name is Mavine Finnegan. So kind of cute. The cat, pumpkins, and Mona Lisa as a vampire. So yeah. More crayon doodles. It's November 1st, so of course getting into the Christmas spirit. It's kind of early for me, but I don't know, I've been kind of feeling it. And then studying of a skull. Studying arms and the muscles and whatnot, the joints, anatomy. It's not great, but it's just quick doodles. More painting with paint pens. I like these doodles. And then my Palea OC and a friend. So, yeah. I'm losing my voice, so I'm sorry that I'm kind of rushing it, but I'm like I have a little bit of a cold, so all this talking is it's getting to me. Oh, and here we have something fun. Studies. Ooh, I got this paper so the graphite doesn't smudge too much, but I like this one. This one's okay. Frog. No, sorry. Forg. Mushrooms. So it's not blank. Here, and then I did an internet persona study. I was like, if I should make like a little character for the channel, like sort of like represents me a little, but also something fun and recognizable. So I did like a mouse girl. So I did a little chibi version where I just kind of like had like a how-to chibi online. But I did look, yeah, a little mouse girl study. Oh, and here I watched a Muppets Family Christmas. So I just was drawing Kermit. And then I drew like a human Kermit with like a little vintage crest frame around him. I don't know. I was just kind of making stuff up. And then I drew some bears because I was eating gummy bears. Because, why not? I was talking about Club Penguin with my partner, so I drew a Club Penguin avatar and it just put mom I flew up, um, and again, a little art blocked, I can tell, because I'm doing lettering. I'm doing some art fundamentals, so there. And a Christmas tree, because I was feeling festive. Yeah, cat in a scarf. I love a good old Canada Goose. And then I drew some parrots, because, birds are cute. And then my final pages, I clearly ripped some stuff out, but that's fine. Anatomy, fun poses, fist, that's good hand, I find. And then my final page, where my last couple sketchbooks, I've done the same thing, where I just kind of draw some like sort of Victorian princess kind of vibe. So I did that. And yeah, and there's not much in here because it's just stuff that came with the sketchbook. Oh yeah, I should mention, this is an Antarctica sketchbook that I bought. Not sponsored, I bought this. It's kind of a good like Ilio dupe, I guess. I think that ILLO is like the really popular square sketchbooks. I enjoyed it. The paper's nice, decent. I think it was around $15 to $16. I should fact check that, but I might not. Because we're late in the video and I get lazy when editing. But yeah, the cover, I guess I just say I made that sticker for myself. Same with these little ones. I got like these little stickers just from a random store. I don't know, just name brand, random stuff. And then I drew with a white Jelly Roll pen these doodles. And yeah, so that was sketchbook 14. If you made it this long in the video, thanks for hanging out. And tune in for next video when I start decorating my next sketchbook, which you would have seen, like, I've started this already because of the Artix collaboration I did. So the sketchbook is started. I've been doodling in it a little, but I need to decorate the cover. It's too blank. So yeah, I'll be doing that in the next video. But thanks for hanging out with me, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye.